returns this weekend with the introduction of the big boys. Who's going to go home? Who's going to go through? We'll take a little look next. Another prediction video today. We're forward about the FA Cup third round proper. That's right, and we'll get to that in just one second. Where you been? Smash your subscribe to get your bag into all things Blackburn related, FA Cup related, world football. We can all hear, boys. Under one Rooski. That's right, the channel is back. I am back, and of course the FA Cup is back with some zingers, and I'm looking forward to that. Of course, FA Cup action this weekend, and we'll get to that in just a second. A big shout out to my VR Bloody Peas. Of course, they are the Patreons. A big shout out to Dieter Maximilian Schmidt-Gonzalez, who is the latest member of the Patreon gang. So big shout out to you guys. And if you're new, smash your subscribe. Get involved with the channel down below, patreon.com/Rovers. Of course, the channel took a bit of a break, but we are back. We're going to be back to take a look at the third round of the FA Cup. Before all that, though, we're going to recap the games that did take place in the second round to get to the stage. There's a lot of games to talk about, so let's get into it. Kick it all off with a recap. Here they go. Rotherham did beat Stockport County, 1-0 win. I went with a 3-1 win myself. Gateshead with a loss to Charlton, 2-0 win there. Buxton got outbuxed by Morecambe, 1-0 win for them. Bristol Rovers, 2-1 winners over Sutton. Lincoln City also knocked out by Hartlepool. Of course, Wimbledon, a 7-0 throw over Cheltenham. They go through. Leyton Orient, 4-0 winners over Tranmere. Big win for them. Cambridge knocking out Exeter City. Doncaster also crashing out to Mansfield Town. Bit of an upset there. Walsall losing to Swindon. League 2 encounter there. Carlisle crashing out to Shrewsbury Town of League 1. Ipswich, though, eliminated in the end. Barrow knocking him out to cost Cookie Boy his job there. 0-0 it was. They did a replay, the only replay, I believe. Portsmouth got knocked out by Harrogate Town, major upset there. Burton got beaten by Port Vale, another upset, 2-1 win for Port Vale. Yeovil Town beaten Stevenage, 1-0 win for them, non-league. Yeovil, Rochdale got beat by Plymouth as well. Colchester got knocked out by Wigan, big game that one. Of course, Rovers are taking on Wigan in the next round. Kidderminster Harriers knocking out Halifax Town, also cracking result for them. Salford City, 2-0 winners for Chesterfield. Again, that's called it. And Bournemouth, 4-0 win over Saturday. Yeah, I did all right. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Did anybody beat 12? Let's take a little look at it. Yeah, Pennywise got himself 14. Well done to you. And of course, big shout out to Jimmy Watton there, Russell Frost, and Shepherd doing very, very well in the old patrons rankings there. So well done to you guys. Kicking ass, taking names. Let's take a look at the grand old scheme of things then. We have one leader, I believe, and it is Pennywise. 37 points on the board. And again, big shout out to the Patreons, Shepherd, Jimmy Watton there, and Russell Frost. So well done to you dudes. I do appreciate the support behind the scenes. If you want to get involved and get access to full data to all the leagues, Patreon is the best way to do it, and you can go for as little to as much as you like. Anyway, let's get cracking then, shall we? Of course, if you want to get involved, these are the link /FA Cup. Get in amongst it now. These are first half of the game's got another half in the next one, so a lot to talk about. Let's kick it all off with Swindon against Manchester City. This is coming Friday. Now, these two sides have played each other 8 times to Daniel 3, just 1 win for Swindon, 7 wins for Man City, and 0 draws. Swindon coming into this just 1 win in the past 4 for them, 42% form against the Man City side, winning 6 of the match, 100% form. Of course, last time around over in Swindon was doing win for City. That's back in the Championship in the year 2000. Of course, City did beat Arsenal 2-1 last round. Swindon picking up a 5-2 win over Northampton. Can't see anything but an away win here, even if they are going to play the kids. 3-0 win for City. Next, of course, we have Mansfield. Who are they taking on? Oh, this is going to be quite tricky. Let me try this again. So we're going to take on Mansfield. Are going to be taking on Middlesbrough. Here we go. There we go. Taking place on the 8th of Jan. Now, these two sides played each other 2 times in 2008. Nothing for Mansfield, 1 for Middlesbrough, and 1 draw. Mansfield, though, coming into this winning 5 in the bounce, 83% form. Against the Borough side, 92% form for them, winning 5 of the last 6. Of course, last time played each other in Mansfield in competitive action was in the FA Cup. It was a 2-0 win for Borough way back in 2008. Mansfield picked up a 3-2 win over Hartlepool. Of course, Borough picked up a 2-1 win over Blackpool. I've got odds on this one. The odds go in favour of Middlesbrough, red hot favourites, of course. Going to go with the win for Borough as well. 2-1 win. Not going to be pretty, but enough to get over the line. Derby County will go to Coventry again for, of course, all Championship affair on this one. Played 32 times to 996, 33 wins for Coventry, 11 wins for Coventry, 11 wins for Derby, and 10 draws. 33% for Coventry, haven't won in 6 now. They're on the free fall. Won the last 6 games up against the Derby County side, winning 3 and drawing 1 the last 4, 58% form. Last picture, of course, over at the Rico was a 1-1 draw back in October 2021. That was earlier in the season. Of course, Coventry coming into this on the back of a 1-0 loss over Millwall. Of course, Derby losing drawing 2-2 with the Reading last round. The odds on this one go in favour of Coventry. They are the favourites. However, I don't think it's going to be that easy. I'm going to go with the one with the Derby on this one to give themselves a bit of a push and maybe a bit of a cup run as well. Next, of course, we have the Freakazoids. It is Burnley. They're going to be taking on Huddersfield Town. Again, early kickoff for this one. Played to the corner of my eyes around about, I think about 12 times through the year 2006 with the Burnley, 3 for Huddersfield and 3 draws. Burnley haven't won in the last 7 games, picked up 3 draws though, 25% form for them. Up against Huddersfield, unbeaten in the last 6, picking up 3 wins in the last 4 as well, 75% form as well. Last time played over at turmoil was a 1-1 draw in the Premier League back in October 2018. The home side hasn't won this game since Burnley beat Huddersfield back in 2015 in the Championship. Meanwhile, Burnley did lose to Leeds last time around. Of course, Rovers picked up a draw against Huddersfield, 0-0 last time around as well. Back-to-back clean sheets for Huddersfield on this one. I do have odds on this one. The odds go in favour of Burnley. They are red-hot favourites. 2-1 win for them. I'm going to give it to them only just, though. That might be the catalyst for them to start their season now and maybe kick on in 2022. Hartlepool, they're going to be taking on Blackpool, of course, over in the northeast. Now these two sides played 8 times 2003, 1 for Hartlepool, 4 for Blackpool, and 3 draws. 67% 4 for Hartlepool, just 1 defeat past 6 games up against the Blackpool side, winning 2 and losing 2 of the last 4. Last time played in Hartlepool was a 1-win for Blackpool. That was back in 2016 in League 2. Goodness gracious me, might have Blackpool climbed. Of course, Hartlepool did draw with Oldham last time. Blackpool picked up a 1-win with Blackpool. Hull. Blackpool are your favourites, red hot favourites on this one, and of course I'm going to go with them as well. 2-0 win for them. On the road, kicking on forward, it is Bristol City up against Fulham, an old Championship affair as well. These two sides played each other according to my eyes around about 10 times 2015. We got 5 wins for Bristol City, 2 is for Fulham. 3 draws. Of course, Bristol City just 1 win in 4 for their 42% form up against the Fulham side, who haven't won the last 5. 50% form. Of course, last time around, Bristol City picked up a draw against Fulham. That was back in September 2021. Fulham haven't played since the 20th of December. A bit of a rusty one, of course. They did lose to Sheffield United as well. Meanwhile, Bristol City 3-2 winners over Millwall last round on the 2nd of Jan. The odds on this one go in favour of the visitors. They are the favourites. They're going to go with a 3-0 win as well. Bounce back ability. And again, I'm hoping for a win for Bristol City, but I just can't see it. Millwall will take on Crystal Palace in an old London affair. Of course, these two sides have played each other according to my eyes around about 20 times in 1994. 8 wins for Millwall, 5 wins for Crystal Palace, and 7 draws. Millwall coming to this winning 2, losing 2 of the last 4, 42% form up against the Crystal Palace side. Just 1 win in 4 for them, 42% form at the moment. Of course, last amount over at the Den was in the Championship way back in, of course, April 2013. It was a nil draw. Of course, Millwall picking up a loss against Bristol City. Of course, Crystal Palace losing to West Ham as well on the New Year's Day matches. Look at the odds on this one go in favour. Only just though, Crystal Palace are your favourites. I'm going to go with the 1-0 win for Millwall and a bit of a surprise result on that one. Boreham Wood up against Wimbledon. A bit of a banana skin this one for Wimbledon. Played each other according to my eyes around about 2 times since 2009. 1 for Wimbledon, nothing for Boreham Wood, and 1 draw. Boreham Wood unbeaten the last 6. In fact, they haven't lost the last 10. Against Wimbledon side, just 1 defeat past 6 for them as well. 67% form as well. Last time played each other in a competitive action was an FA Trophy win for Wimbledon way back in December 2009. Boreham Wood coming into this on the back of a draw against Barnet. Of course, Wimbledon did lose to Oxford last round. Look at the odds on this one. They go in favour of Wimbledon, but not me. Going to go with another upset here. Boreham Wood with a 1-0 win at home, of course, to go through to the next stage and maybe get a big lucrative tie for them. West Brom, they'll be taking on Brighton of Albion, of course, down at the Hawthorns. And these two sides played each other 6 times 2017, 2 wins apiece and 2 draws. Just 1 defeat past 6 games for West Brom, 58% form. Against the Brighton side, just 1 defeat past 6 as well, 58% form for them at the moment. Of course, last round was at the Hawthorns was 1-0 win for West Brom in the Premier League way back in February 2021. Of course, West Brom picked up a draw against Cardiff. Of course, Brighton picked up a 3-2 win over Everton. Odds go in favour of Brighton, but only just, not me though. Going to go with another surprise. Maybe Daryl DK scores on his return to English football. 2-1 win for West Brom. Next, of course, we have Kidderminster Harriers up against Reading, and again, good opportunity for a bit of an upset. Now, these two sides have played each other, of course, 0 times. Of course, Kidderminster coming to this 58% form, just 1 defeat past 4 for them. Up against the Reading side, just 1 win in 6, 42% form as well. But of course, Kidderminster losing to Boston in the Football Trophy back on the 18th of December. Haven't played since then. Meanwhile, Reading took a 2-2 draw against Derby. Of course, Kidderminster are your underdogs. Reading are your red hot favourites. Going to go with the Reading 3-0 win. No upset there. Leicester City up against Watford in the Claudio Ranieri derby, of course, over at the King Power Stadium. Now, these two sides have played each other, I think, earlier in the season already over in the Premier League. Played each other 37 times in 1993, 19 wins for Leicester, 10 wins for Watford, and 8 draws. 2 wins the past 6, though, for Leicester. 33% against the Watford side, who haven't won in the last 6. Goodness gracious me. They did play each other at the King Power back in November. It was a 4-2 win. It was goal fest, go in favour of Leicester. The away side hasn't won this game since Leicester beat Watford back in 2016, probably in that Premier League run. Meanwhile, Leicester picking up a 1-0 win over Liverpool. Meanwhile, Watford losing to Spurs last time around. Look at the odds on this one. Go in favour of Leicester. They are your favourites. Going to go with a 2 win for them as well to make it another win for Leicester over Claudio Ranieri's boys. Port Vale taking on Brentford. Port Vale flying high. Brentford doing A-OK. away in the Premier League, of course. Now, these two sides have played each other, according to my eyes, about 13 times in 2003. We got 5 wins for Port Vale, 7 wins for Brentford, and 1 draw. Of course, Port Vale winning 3, losing 3. 50% form up against Brentford side, just 1 win in the last 4. 42% form for them right now. Of course, last time over at Port Vale was in League One way back in August 2013. Port Vale, they're losing to Newport County. Last time Brentford picking up 2-1 over Aston Villa. Look at the odds here, go in favour of Brentford. Red hot favourites. Port Vale are your underdogs. 4-0 win for Brentford on this one. Next, of course, we have Wigan up against Blackburn. We'll have a watch along for this game. There might even be a few watch alongs this weekend. I might catch one of these early games before the Rovers game. But anyway, it is Wigan, it is Rovers, and it is live at the DW and on this channel, of course. Now, these two sides played each other 28 times in 2002. Of course, Wigan winning 8, Rovers winning 13, and 7 draws. Of course, Wigan have beaten the last 6, 90% form up against the Rovers side, unbeaten the last 6, 92% form as well. Of course, that's the played at the DW. It was a 2-2 win for Wigan. That was back in the championship in June 2020. They basically hasn't won this game since Wigan beat Rovers back in the Premier League in 2012. Wow. Meanwhile, Wigan picking up a 3-2 win over Oxford. Of course, Rovers drawing with Huddersfield last round. The odds go in favour of Rovers, but only just. It's quite tight. I do anticipate a bit of a rotated squad. I'm going to go with a 2-1 win for Rovers on this one. Back the boys. Just get a bit of local rivalry. I don't really give a shit about the cup, but of course, I think we want to win this one. Newcastle up against Cambridge, of course, over at St James's Park. They never played each other, of course. Coming into the Newcastle just winning 6-33% form up against Cambridge side. We won one of the last 3, 58% form. Newcastle drawing with United. Last round, of course, Cambridge pick up a 0-0 draw against Pompey. Odds on this one, Newcastle, you're red hot favourites. Cambridge, you're massively underdogs. Newcastle will win this one 4-0 quite comfortably. We might see some goals in that one as well. Barnsley taking on Barrow in the battle of the Bees. Of course, where is that little sucker? Of course, 10 o'clock kickoff, 3 o'clock kickoff, wherever you are in the world. Play to the never. Of course, Barnsley coming to 25% form. 3 draws, 3 defeats, past 6 up against the Barrow side. Just 1 win and 4 for them. 50% form as well. Last time around, of course, Barnsley lost to Rovers back on the 29th of December. Barrow picking up a loss against Bradford as well. Odds on this one go in favour of Barnsley. They are your favourites. 2-0 win for them to take it to the house. Peterborough will take on Bristol Rovers over at whatever they call that. I can't remember the state. Is it Posh or Home Farm or something? I don't even know. But anyway, of course, another 3 o'clock kickoff. These two sides have played 19 times, 2005, 11 wins to Peterborough, 3 wins to Bristol Rovers. Of course, they did play each other last season. Of course, Bristol Rovers now in League 2. Of course, Peterborough now in the Championship. Of course, Peterborough just 1 win and 6 for them, 25% form up against Bristol Rovers side. 2 wins, 2 defeats, past 4 games. Last time around, over at Peterborough was a 0-0 draw last season. Remember this time last season in League 1, of course, and Blackpool picking up a 3-1 win over Peterborough last time around. Of course, Rochdale losing to Bristol Rovers 4-2 last time around. Odds on this one go in favour of Peterborough. Heavily favoured on this one, 2-0 win for them on this one. That's the first chunk of games. Of course, we've got the next batch coming at you right here, right now with QPR taking on Rotherham. Of course, red hot Rotherham up against QPR, who are also pretty good form as well. Now, these two sides have played each other, according to my eyes, around about 10 times, 4, 6-7%. So 5 wins for QPR, 3 wins for Rotherham, and 2 draws. 6-7% form for Rotherham at the moment, winning 2 and losing. 67% form for QPR at the moment, winning 2 and losing 2 of the last 4 against the Rotherham side. Just 1 defeat past 6 for them. 83% form as well. Of course, last time I played at Loftus Road was a 3-2 win for QPR back in November 2020 in the Championship. Meanwhile, QPR coming in on the back of a 2-1 win over Birmingham. Rotherham picking up a 2-1 win over Bolton. Quite tight in the bookies on this one. Not really, though. Rotherham are your underdogs. QPR are your favourites. Going to go with the upset here, though. 2-1 win. Rotherham have been known to grind it out recently. So, big win for them. On the road, Swansea City taking on Southampton, of course, in Wales. I don't expect an attendance on this one. 14 times they played since 2008, 3 wins to Swansea, 7 wins to Southampton, and 4 draws. Just 1 win and 6 over Swansea at the moment, 25% form against Southampton side. Just 1 defeat past 6, 50% form. They're drawing a lot of games, though. Last round over in Swansea was a 1 win for Southampton. That's back in May 2018. Swansea picking up a 4-1 loss over Forest. Southampton with a 1-1 draw against Spurs. A 1-1 draw against Spurs? Is that right? Did I see that right? Anyway, the draw against Spurs. Of course, bookies odds on this one go in favour of Southampton. They are your favourites. I'm going to go with a 2-0 win for them as well. Play without fear and maybe a bit of a run for Southampton on this one. Chelsea taking on Chesterfield in the battle of the Chus. This one, of course, all eyes on this one, you would imagine. And maybe a rotated squad for Chelsea. Play each other never. Of course, Chelsea winning, beating the last 6. Drawing 4, though. The last 6 games, 6-7% form up against a Chesterfield side. Winning 3 and drawing 1 of the last 4. 83% form as well. Chelsea pick up a 2-2 draw against Liverpool. Meanwhile, Chesterfield picking up a 1 win over Kings Lynn. Red hot favourites Chelsea are expected to win this one. Chesterfield, a long shots. Don't even go there. 3-0 win for Chelsea, and that's being kind. That's a big tie, though, for Chesterfield going to Stamford Bridge. Hull City up against Everton. Of course, Hull City doing all right in the Championship up against the Everton side, who are doing shit in the Premier League. These two sides have locked on 11 times in 2008. 2 wins for Hull, 6 wins for Everton, and 3 draws. Hull, though, have 1 in 4, 50% form up against the Everton side. Just 1 win in 6, 25% form for them right now. Of course, Everton drew with Hull last round over at the K Wycombe was a 2-2 draw way back in December 2016 in the Prem de la Prem. Meanwhile, Hull losing back-to-back games, of course, losing to Blackpool last time around. Of course, Everton losing to Brighton 3-2 as well. Look at the odds on this one going in favour of Everton. They are your favourites, but not me. No, I am going with them. Well, the 1-win, not going to be pretty, but just enough to get over the line. Birmingham, they're going to be taking on Plymouth Argyle. Of course, it's not a gimme this one either. These two sides locked horns, of course, previously. 5 times 2006 forwards Birmingham, nothing for Plymouth, and 1 draw. Of course, Birmingham coming to this 33% form, just 1 win and 6 for them up against Plymouth side. Just 1 defeat past 5 for them. They've turned a corner now with Schumacher and charge, 58% form as well. Last time played each other at St Andrews was an EFL Cup back in 2013, 3-2 win for Birmingham. Last time played each other, besides that, at Birmingham was a 1-1 draw in the Championship back in 2009. Of course, Birmingham losing the QPR, Cheltenham picking up a loss against Plymouth last time round. Odds on this one go in favour of Birmingham. They are your favourites. Going to go with them as well with the 2-1 win, just enough to get over the line and get through to the next round. Yeovil will take on Bournemouth in a bit of a South Coast affair. These two sides, of course, haven't played each other in a long time, I imagine. Played each other 19 times, 3 wins to Yeovil, 11 wins to Bournemouth, and 5 draws. Of course, Bournemouth, 2 wins back-to-back for them. They've turned the corner, 50% form up against the Yeovil side, back-to-back defeats for them, 67% form as well. Last time they played each other in, oh my gosh, last time they played each other in Yeovil was a 1-1 draw in the Championship back in 2014. Of course, now Yeovil non-league. Of course, Bournemouth been up and down the old football ladder as well. Of course, Yeovil losing 2-1 went to Torquay last time around. Of course, Bournemouth picking up a 3-0 win over Cardiff last time around. Of course, Yeovil are your underdogs. Bournemouth are your favourites. Going to go with a 3-0 win for Bournemouth on the road in, of course, a bit of a locally kind of affairish, even though they're quite a bit away. Luton Town against Harrogate now. Let's get into this one. This is into Sunday's games. Now, these two sides have played each other. Corner of my eyes around about to never. Of course, Luton, of course, coming into just 1 win and 6 for them, 33% form up against a Harrogate side. 1 win in 4, 42% form for them right now. Of course, Luton picking up a draw against Fulham last round. Of course, Harrogate picking up a 2-1 win over Tranmere. Odds on this one. Luton are your favourites on this one. Going to give it to them with a 3-0 win. Of course, bounce back ability. Stoke up against Leyton Orient. The bet 365. Let's get into this one now, shall we? Of course, played each other. Corner of my eyes just the one time 2009. It was a win for Stoke. Of course, Stoke just 1 win and 6 for them, 25% form against Leyton Orient side. 2 wins and past 6 for them, 33% form. They last played each other was in the EFL Cup. It was in 2009. It was a 1-0 win for Stoke at Brisbane Road. Stoke, though, losing to Preston last time around. Of course, trying to pick up a win over Leyton Orient last time around. Look at the odds on this one. Go in favour of Stoke. They are your favourites. I'm going to give it to them. Not pretty, but just enough. 1-0 win to go through to the next round. Liverpool up against Shrewsbury. Again, it wasn't too long ago that they played each other. It might have been in the Calavera Cup last round. Anyway, on Sunday, they'll lock horns once again. And these two sides have played each other 2 times in 2020. 1 win for Liverpool, 1 draw, and nothing for Shrewsbury. Of course, Liverpool just 1 win, 1 defeat past 6 form against the Shrewsbury side. Unbeaten the last 4, pick up 3 wins and a draw to boot. Last time around, of course, over at Anfield was a 1-0 win for Liverpool. That's back in the FA Cup last time around, back in February 2020. And meanwhile, Chelsea drawing with Liverpool last time around. Shrewsbury picking up a 1-0 win over Accrington. Of course, 1, 2, 3 clean sheets on the bounce for Shrewsbury at the moment. Of course, red hot favourites are your Liverpool. Of course, Shrewsbury are your massively underdogs. 4-0 win, though. This time, they'll play a bit more seriously. Cardiff up against Preston North End in an old Championship affair again on Sunday, of course, in Wales. I don't expect anyone in attendance. Played each other 27 times since 2003, 11 wins for Cardiff, 9 wins for Preston, and 7 draws. Of course, just 1 win 6 though for Cardiff at the moment, 33% form up against the Preston side, 58% form, just 1 defeat past 5 for them, 58% form. Of course, last time around in Wales, it's a 4-0 win for Cardiff. They've won 4 on the bounce against Preston, unbeaten the last 5 as well. So they like playing against Preston. Meanwhile, 1-1 draw it was for Cardiff against West Brom last round. Meanwhile, Preston picked up a 2-1 win over Stoke. Odds on this one quite tight in the bookies. Cardiff are your favourites. Preston are your underdogs. Going to go with a 2-1 win as well for Cardiff on this one. Big opportunity though for Morecambe up against Spurs. They go to the Fancy Pants Stadium down London way. Bit of a day out, you would imagine, for Morecambe. Now these two sides have played each other. Corner of my eyes, never. Of course, Tottenham coming into this unbeaten the last 5, 6% form against the Morecambe side. Just 1 win in 5 for them, 42% form as well. Morecambe beating Doncaster 7-goal thriller, 4-3 last round. Spurs picking up a 1 over Watford last round. Just 1 goal could see the last 3 for Spurs. Red hot favourites are Tottenham on this one. They'll take on Chelsea in the meantime. CC, what the heck is CC? EFL Cup. That's not tomorrow, is it? Tell me it's not tomorrow. It's fucking tomorrow. Unbelievable. Oh shit. I'm nowhere near ready. Kicking on forward then, Chelsea will take on Spurs in the thing. The red hot favourites, they're going to win this game, aren't they? 5-0 win in the end. Let's kick on forward. Oh my gosh. Wolves up against Sheffield United. Let's get into this one now. Taking place on Sunday as well. Now these two sides have locked horns. Of course, 35 times in 95, 13 wins for Wolves, 10 wins for Sheffield United, and 12 draws. Of course, Wolves coming into this unbeaten last week, 50% form against the Sheffield United side, winning 4 on the bounce, 75% form as well. Last time played in Molineux was a 1-0 win for Wolves. Of course, they've won back-to-back against Sheffield United. Of course, back-to-back clean sheets as well. Wolves picked up a 1-0 win over Man United. Also, three clean sheets on the bounce of Wolves. Meanwhile, Sheffield United picked up a 1-0 win over Fulham way back on the 20th of August. 20th of December. That was the last match they played. Of course, the odds on this one go in favour of Wolves. They are your favourites. I'm going with the Sheffield United win here. Of course, they've got the form. However, they are a little bit rusty, so that might go against them. West Ham, they'll be taking on Leeds United, all Premier League affair, of course, at the London Stadium. Now, these two sides have played each other 27 times in 93, 5 wins to West Ham, 50 wins to Leeds, and 7 draws. Of course, West Ham coming into this back-to-back wins, 42% form up against the Leeds sides, just 1 win in 5 then, 42% form as well. Last time around, over at the London Stadium was a 2-0 win for the Hammers. They won 3 in the bounce against West Ham, all in the Premier League, of course. West Ham picked up a 3-2 win over Crystal Palace, Leeds picked up a 3-1 win over Burnley. The odds on this one go in favour of the Hammers. They are the favourites on this one. Going to go with a 3-2 win for Hammers on this one for me as well. Charlton will take on Norwich City on this one, League One, up against the Premier League. Of course, over at the Vale. Of course, these two sides play each other 23 times in 95, 12 to Charlton, 6 to Norwich. These two sides have played 23 times in 95, 12 wins for Charlton, 6 wins for Norwich, and 5 draws. Back-to-back defeats though for Charlton, 6-7 4 up against the Norwich side who haven't won in at least 7 games. Of course, last time around, over at the Vale, a competitive action was in the Championship. It was a 3-2 win for Norwich back in 2015. Charlton picking up a loss against Wigan. Meanwhile, Crystal Palace beating Norwich last time around. Norwich haven't scored in, oh my gosh, 5 games. It's been a trial. It's been a bit of a problem area. Odds on this one go in favour of Norwich on this one. Not for me though. I'm going to go with another upset here. Charlton to take to the house. Forest will take on Arsenal, the City Ground. Of course, 2 traditional English clubs locking horns. All eyes on this one on Sunday as well. These two sides played each other 11 times in 94, 2 wins for Forest, 7 wins for Arsenal, and 2 draws. Back-to-back defeats so for Forest heading into this one. Arsenal just won defeat about 6 games, 83% form as well. Arsenal did beat what are we looking at here? What are we looking at? Last time they played each other over at the City Ground was a 4-2 win for Forest back in January 2018. 4-2 winners as well. Good win for Forest. Forest losing the Huddersfield last time around. Of course, Arsenal picking up a loss against City as well. However, they are fancied on this one. Arsenal will win this one. Going to go with them as well. 3-0 win. We might watch that game as well. And then finally, goodness gracious me, we get to the end. It's Manchester United up against Aston Villa on Monday night. 56 times they play each other, and again they play each other in the league as well coming up. 41 wins for United, 4 wins for Villa, and 11 draws. Just 1 defeat about 6 games though for United. 6-7 form against the Villa side, just 1 win and 4 for them. 32%. They've hit a bit of a rough patch on the CVG. Of course, they played over at Old Trafford. It was a 1-0 win for Villa. That was supposed back in September 2021. Big win for Aston Villa then. Of course, United losing to Wolves last time around. Villa losing to Brentford. The odds on this one go in favour of United. They are your favourites. I think they're going to win this one as well. Just enough. 3-2 win to get over the line. Goodness gracious me, that is it. Wow, we got it all covered. If you want to get involved in the prediction, a lot of points on offer as well. Cut.4/FA Cup. Get amongst it down below. And we'll be back, of course, to recap the results whenever they come around. But until then, guys, smash your thumbs up, smash your subscribe, check the links down below on Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, and of course, Patreon as well. But until then, dudes, we're done. We're dusted. I'll see you soon for the next. Get involved with the Patreon. Until then, we're done.